So the main constitutional implication of the Indo-Lanka Accord was that as part of the agreement, the 13th Amendment to the Sri Lankan Constitution was introduced. The 13th Amendment sets up a framework of devolution of power to provincial councils, which is loosely based on the constitutional provisions that you find in the Indian Constitution. As part of the Indo-Lanka Accord package, India also gave certain security assurances to the Sri Lankan government, particularly in relation to the northern and eastern provinces. Initially, when the accord was signed in 1987, there was some resistance within the LTTE, which systematically worked within the northern and eastern provinces to undermine the contours of the agreement. Even though the LTTE was part of the initial negotiations of the agreement, thereafter the LTTE grew distant from it and eventually went back on its promise to be part of the administration and to uphold the agreement. As part of its security guarantees, the Indian peacekeeping forces were placed within Sri Lanka, and there were initially, even though this peacekeeping force was welcome in the northern province, there also grew a certain degree of hostility between the people in the northern and eastern provinces and the Indian peacekeeping forces. And the Indian peacekeeping forces is also accused of attacking civilian populations. And the Paranagama Commission, set up in 2013, was inundated or did receive several thousand complaints where individuals, civilians, Sri Lankan citizens went missing in the northern and eastern province, and the alleged perpetrator was the Indian peacekeeping forces. As a result of this hostility, and as a result of the politics that played out in the south of the country, with the changing of the president in 1989, the new president, Ranasinghe Premadasa, entered into direct negotiations with the LTTE. And as part of the negotiations, one of the Indian peacekeeping force was asked to leave Sri Lanka. And with that ended India's direct involvement in Sri Lanka's armed conflict. What you saw thereafter was, from 1989 to date, was the systematic erosion of the 13th Amendment to the Constitution, with many of its provisions being undermined, and parts of the constitutional amendment which were part of the Sri Lankan Constitution not being implemented.